All right, this is your brother Issachar coming at you with another lesson. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rekak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstone, which I learned is true from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there pushing his word through the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Akwath that's listening and learning. Today's video is going to be entitled The Story of Susanna. Women, prepare yourselves. Now, I was reading a book of Susanna a few days ago or last week, something like that. And, I was just on this little verge where, I was reading all of the short books in the Apocrypha. And, I was reading the book of Susanna and everything like that. And then within the story, it's about these two elders who pretty much was perverts. They pretty much was lusting after Susanna because of her beauty and everything like that. And, they pretty much came up with not a scam, but they came up with a plan where they're going to trick her into lying with both of them and everything like that. And she had to make a decision on whether to do that or not, because they told her if she was going to say no to both of them, then they were going to come up with this case where, that she lied against them and they didn't know she was trying to actually go and have sex with them and everything like that. It was going to come up with this whole plan. And the thing was, Susanna had to make a decision between giving in to the men or believing in the Lord. So without further ado, let's go into these scriptures and see the spiritual part of that story. Because as we all know, at the end of the day, it's not just men that's going to go through a lot of things when Jacob's trouble starts. We all know women are included too. I mean, it's all kind of scriptures that go specifically to women. It's all kind of scriptures that specifically says that women shall be trodden down like the mire in the streets if you don't come back to the ways of the Lord. And the reason why these scriptures exist, or one of the reasons why these scriptures exist, is because of Eve believing that she can get away with everything, man. I did a lesson a long time ago talking about how women can't hide from the curses. A lot of our women definitely have tag team with Esau to the point where they feel like, they're untouchable, just like him, because they can use their beauty, their body, their voice, their seductive ways, and all kind of things, to get away with murder, pretty much, But at the end of the day, the Most High know what he created, and he already know that a lot of women are going to be destroyed. But at the end of the day, there's going to be a lot of women that's going to believe in his word, man. Okay, and that story of Susanna is very powerful. It shows you the faithful woman. It shows you a woman who feared the Lord, and it shows you a woman who didn't fear men. She did exactly what she was supposed to do as long as she lived, by playing the role of a wife and playing the role of a woman who fears Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, man. And so at the end of the day, this is what a lot of you women are going to have to, do. You're going to have to, live like her, so to speak. You're going to have the belief that she had. You're going to have the fear that she had. You're going to have the strength within yourself like she had. Because once Jacob's trouble starts and things just pop off left and right, man, whether you're with a man of the Lord or not, especially if you're not with a man of the Lord, you're by yourself. You're not going to have any protection yet. And understand that you're not going to have any protection yet. You're going to have to put your full faith in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. And then, once you're tried, you're going to have to make the correct decisions. Okay. Instead of just breaking in, So let's go into the scriptures. And let's read a little bit in that book of Susanna. Let's go down. Here goes Susanna. And let's see if we can. I don't want to read all of this. It's a lot. We could just get to the point. Let me see where I should start at. Let's start at 7. It says, now when the people, this is Susanna 1:7. It says, now when the people departed away at noon, Susanna went into her husband's garden to walk. And the two elders saw her going in every day and walking so that their lust was inflamed toward her. And they perverted their mind, their own mind, and turned away their eyes, that they might not look unto heaven, nor remember just judgments. And that's what a lot of men do, man. A lot of men always get backtracked because of a woman. Like it says right here, perverted within their own minds, man. They not paying attention to the consequences and the repercussions that might come into them for them doing this wickedness. But here it is. It says, and albeit they both were wounded with her love, yet durst not one show another his grief. For they were ashamed to declare their lust, that they desired to have to do with her. Yet they watched diligently from day to day to see her. And the one said to the other, let us now go home, for it is dinner time. So when they were gone out, they departed the one from the other, and turning back again, they came to the same place. And after that, they had asked one another the cause. They acknowledged their lust, then appointed they a time both together, where they might find her alone. And it fell out, as they watched a fit time, she went in as before with 2 maids only, and she was desirous to wash herself in the garden, for it was hot. And there was nobody there save the 2 elders that had hid themselves and watched her. Then she said to her maids, bring me oil and washing balls, and shut the garden doors, that I may wash me. And they did as she bade them, and shut the garden doors, and went out themselves at privy doors to fetch the things that she had commanded them. But they saw not the elders, because they were hid. Now when the maids were gone forth, the 2 elders rose up and ran unto her, saying, behold, the garden doors are shut, that no man can see us, and we are in love with thee. Therefore consent unto us, and lie with us. If thou wilt not, we will bear witness against thee, that a young man was with thee, and therefore thou didst send away thy maids from thee. And here it is. Then Susanna sighed and said, I am straitened on every side. For if I do this thing, it is death unto me. And if I do it not, I cannot escape your hands. It is better for me to fall into your hands and not to do it, than to sin in the sight of the Lord. With that, Susanna cried with a loud voice, and the 2 elders cried out against her. Now, pretty much, like I said, there's a lot more to this story. But you saw what Susanna did. Now, at the end of this story, the Most High was with Susanna, because the Most High knew that, she wasn't lying. The Most High knew that she was sincere and she was truthful. So what happened at the end of the story was, Daniel came up and pretty much, got the 2 elders, and he set them, away from each other. And he pretty much asked him a question, and he was like, where did this incident happen? What tree were you under when this incident happened? One elder said one type of tree. I forget what both of the trees were, but he said one elder said they was under this tree, and then the other elder said they was under that tree. And then Daniel was like, yep, just before the simple fact that you all said that, I could tell that you're lying. And so both of those 2 elders was put to death. Okay. But Susanna, she was saved. She was saved from death, because they was going to put her to death and everything like that. Because like it says in the scriptures, when somebody commits adultery, they're supposed to be put to death. And the thing is, everybody was surprised about this story of Susanna, because she was one of those righteous women of Israel. And when they heard a story about her lying, not just with one, but with 2 men, they was like, wait, hold on, what's going on? And so when the whole case came up, the 2 elders pretty much had the whole story in line so they can get away with murder pretty much, but it backfired. So, but at the end of the day, the thing is that got Susanna out of that situation was because she feared the Lord, and she believed in the Lord. She even said it herself. She sighed. You could just picture it, man. You can see she getting ready to just bathe, clean herself up and everything, mind her own business. And then these 2 perverts come out of nowhere talking about, hey, man, if you don't have sex with us, we gonna bring this case against you and everything like that. And she sighed like, damn, man, like, here we go, Then after that, she was just like, look, I already know how this situation is about to go. Either I'll lie with you all, and then, I'll sin before the Lord and I'm going to be destroyed. Or, I tell the truth and I might be destroyed. But at the end of the day, I'm going to believe in the Lord. I'm going to fear the Lord, because what she say, it says, then Susanna sighed and said, I am strained on every side, for if I do this thing, it is death unto me. And if I do it not, I cannot escape your hands. So it is better for me to fall into your hands and not do it than to sin in the sight of the Lord. So she was just like, man, forget it, man. I don't know what's about to happen to me or anything like that. All I know is I have to please Yahweh by Shem Yahushai instead of literally pleasing you two men, So she believed in the Lord, man. And like I said, this is a spiritual thing because this is going to be the same situation that's going to come up within these last days, man. You women out there are going to have to make the decision. Esau going to roll up on you. And this time he not going to be talking about, hey, man, hey, sleep with us or do this or whatever and anything like that. Or, if you don't, we're going to throw you into a female camp or something. It says the scriptures say they're going to be like madmen. OK, so Esau is going to be going crazy out here. You're going to see these men rolling wild and everything like that. And if you wasn't doing what you were supposed to do before those days happen, the Most High might have horrible things happen to you, point blank, period. But if you were doing what you were supposed to do, if you was listening to the videos, being quiet, you was learning and playing your role as a woman, the Most High, Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing, will protect you within those days. And like I said, you're going to have to make that split decision just like Susanna did. She could have easily went with those two elders and sinned before the Lord, but she didn't. So now your decision now is like, hey, look, these troops or whatever, they gonna roll on me and everything like that. And they pretty much they're gonna ask me or they're gonna tell me to take the chip. And what they're gonna say. They're gonna be like, look, if you don't take the chip, then hey, you gonna die. You an enemy of the state. You are a problem to us. And you're gonna have to make that same split decision that she did. You're gonna be like, look, you gonna side too, or whatever the case may be. But you're gonna be like, look, if I do this thing, if I take this chip, what it say in verse 22? It is death unto me, as we all know, man. It is death unto me. And if I do it not, I cannot escape your hands. And that's the same thing, man. That's the same situation. Because you ain't going to be able to escape the hands of the troops. Once you tell them no, they're going to snatch you. They're going to grab you or whatever the case may be. And you're going to have to put your trust and that fear and your belief in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua all the way through, man. All the way through. But you got to have that same mindset that she said. She said, it is better for me to fall into your hands and not do it than to sin in the sight of the Lord. And that's the point. We already know that the mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip, that is a sin in the sight of the Lord. That is the ultimate sin in the sight of the Lord. That is a sin where you will not be forgiven. OK, as soon as you take it, that's it. You don't have a second chance, man. You don't have a second chance at all. So at the end of the day, you're going to fall into the hands of the Lord. You're not going to fall into the, you're not fall into the hands of the Lord. You're not going to, you're not going to fall into the hands of Esau, man. You're going to believe in the Lord. You're going to fear the Lord. Just like it says here, we're going to get Hebrews 10:28. And it says, hold on, Hebrews 10:28. Yeah, let's start at 28. It says, he that despised Moses' law died without mercy under 2 or 3 witnesses. Of how much sore punishment suppose ye shall he be thought worthy, who had trodden under the foot of the Son of the Most High, and hath counted the blood of the covenant wherewith he was sanctified and holy and unholy things, Salakia, and have done despite unto the Spirit of grace. For we know him that has said, vengeance belongeth unto me, and I will recompense, saith the Lord. And again, the Lord shall judge his people, which he's getting ready to do. And verse 31, the point, it says, it is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. Okay, so you're not trying to fall into the hands of the living power because of you sinning. Okay, you're trying to have the Lord protect you within these days. All right. So at the end of the day, you're gonna have to be like Susanna, man. You're gonna have to make that split decision right there and then. Instead of you're gonna have to put that fear of man to the side. You're gonna have to, it's not gonna be like a thing where you just easily just gonna be like, damn, man, You're going to be like, man, I already know what it is, man. Yeah, go ahead. I ain't finna listen to you, man. Do what you got to do. When these situations hit you in your face, man, you see 2, 3, 4, 5 troops surrounding you, guns pointing in your face and everything like that. You're going to feel those emotions. You're going to feel that trembling a little bit and everything like that. But at the end of the day, you're going to remember these scriptures. You're going to be remember what you have learned. And that spirit is going to take over you, man. And the Most High is going to put those words in your mouth so you can say the correct things within that time. And you're going to live by faith. And that's what Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is looking for. He's looking for the men and women who's going to live by faith. Okay? Like it says, you don't want to, give in unto Esau and his ways, man. Because if you do, you're going to fall into the hands of the living power. And that's a fearful thing, man. You already know what your judgment is if you take that chip. Your judgment is to live all the way until that nuclear destruction comes and you're going to be within a lake of fire. And that's a thing that you don't want to happen. You don't want that to happen to you, man. So just like Susanna, make the right decision. Make the right decision. You already know what's happening. You already know what's going on. But you got to keep that faith, man. You got to keep that faith. So let's get Proverbs 31 and 30. It's Proverbs 31 and 30. It says, favor is deceitful and beauty is vain. But a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised. Give her of the fruit of her hands and let her own works praise her in the gates. All right. So a woman that fears the Lord, she's going to be looked at as even more beautiful than what she already is, man. They already say a woman who fears the Lord, obeys her husband and does what she's supposed to do. She is far better than rubies. I believe that's in the Sirach. I might be mistaken. But like scriptures say, she is far more better than rubies and gold and everything like that. Because at the end of the day, this not only pleases the Most High, but if you're with a man, this pleases him as well, because you making him his life easier. There ain't nothing better than when you come home and then you have a fearful woman, and you have a woman that does what she's supposed to do. She doesn't give you feeble knees. She doesn't make you feel weak. She doesn't give you, anger. She doesn't talk back or do any of these other things, man. She just realizes who she is. She realizes she is the woman of the house, and she does what she's supposed to do as a woman. You could be praised because of that, man. Because why? Because you fear the Lord. And that's what, the Most High is looking for, man. He's looking for you women to fear him as well. Of course, he sent his men now to teach the word, which we're supposed to do, as far as the ones that believe and the ones that he called into this ministry. But at the end of the day, he's looking for you certain women out there, too, to listen to these men. So then you can receive that same fear that we have. OK, that's like a lot of brothers say, man, shalom to the few aqua that's listening and learning, because as messed up, we got to say it like that, because, it's a lot of women that's not going to believe, man. Just for the simple fact that there are more women than men in the world. OK, like we all know, for every one man, for every one man that he's supposed to have 7 women. OK, so it's just made like that, man. So at the end of the day, you got to do what you got to do to make sure you're not part of that 2/3 pack, man. You want to pull yourself out of that, and you want to make sure that you do what you're supposed to do so you can reach salvation as well. Because, like I said, there might be certain women out there that's listening to the word, but they might not be with a man. So what you going to do when these times come past, man? You're going to have to make those split decisions. You're going to have to be like, look, I can't do this, man. I can't do this. Let the spirit take over you, and, just let the Most High take care of you, man. Let the Most High guide you. And at the end of the day, Lord willing, he'll save you, man, as long as you keep showing them that you got faith. And that's the point. You got to show that faith, and you got to remember that fear. You got to remember, man, they present you with that mark of the beast, man. If they present you with that, you're going to have to remember the Lord immediately. You're going to remember, like, hey, man, if I take this, man, that's my ass. Like, literally, I'm done, man. It ain't nothing I can do. It ain't nothing I can move forward with. I'm just going to have to wait for it and forget all that. But let's finish it with this scripture right here. It's Sirach 26 and 14. And it says, a silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord, And there is nothing such worth as a mind well instructed. See, a shamefaced and faithful woman is a double grace, and her constant mind cannot be valued. So at the end of the day, and there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed. Okay, this goes to, like I said, fearing the Lord, following his commandments, statutes, and laws, playing your role as a woman, Salakia, the way that you're supposed to do, honoring your husband and everything like that, taking care of the household, doing what you're supposed to do in the eyes of the Lord, man. Dude, that's what you got to do, man. You got to practice this now, because just like we all say, you can't just receive this faith out of nowhere, man. You got to practice this now, because you're not just going to automatically out of nowhere, as soon as Jacob's trouble start, you realizing that life is getting hard, then you're going to be like, yep, time to fear the Lord. Yep, I'm going to go ahead and, start calling on the names of Yahweh, Shem, Yahweh. Like, nah, it don't work like that, man. You got to practice right now, just like we doing, like Judges 5:11 say, rehearse the righteous acts, you got to rehearse the righteous acts too. So at the end of the day, when these times happen, man, you could be like, you know what, it's time for me to show the Lord what I'm made of as well, man. Okay, so let's read this Susanna one more time. Let's read that one verse one more time. And verse 22. And it says, then Susanna sighed and said, I am straitened on every side, for if I do this thing, it is death unto me. Okay, if you take that chip, it is death unto you. And if I do it not, I cannot escape your hands. Once you tell them no, you cannot escape their hands. They're gonna snatch you up, probably take you to a FEMA camp or whatever the case may be, lock you up in prison, whatever the case may be. You're gonna have to see what happens. You're gonna have to see if the Lord is with you. But at the end of the day, the only way that you can know the Lord is actually with you is if you keep that faith. Okay. Verse 23, it is better for me to fall into your hands and not do it. Okay. Than to sin in the sight of the Lord. What did Hebrews 10:31 say? It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. Why? Because you did sin in the sight of the Lord. Okay. So she said, it is better for me to fall into your hands and not do it than to sin in the sight of the Lord. So at the end of the day, remember these scriptures, man. It's a reason why the Most High got certain examples of righteous women within the scriptures as well, man. So then these stories could be uplifting for you all as well. You can read these great examples of your foremothers, your foremothers, and you could be like, yeah, this is how I'm supposed to be. Okay. So at the end of the day, do what you're supposed to do. And hey, man, like I said, Lord willing, Most High look out for you, man. All right. So I hope this was edifying, man. So with that, I'm going to say, call Halayim, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstone, which I learned is true from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there, pushing this word through the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Akwath that's listening and learning. And Yahweh Ratazah, I'll be back with another lesson. Keep pushing, Yasharala. Keep pushing. We almost out of here. Shalom.